I just feel like lying in bed all day. It's like every day of my life. Do you ever just like go out to public places and you feel really awkward, and like to pretend that you're cooler, you'll whip out your phone and pretend that people are actually texting you when they're not? Or like you'll like call, like, okay, for me, I'll be like so afraid to walk home, because I mean, come on, you know, like times are getting better, but they're not that much better. Like, people still don't like a good faggot, and I'm a good faggot, and I will get my ass kicked on the side of the road if someone was given a chance. So when I walk home at night, if I do and I'm alone, I'll like whip out my phone and pretend that I'm like talking to someone, and like if you think about it, that's not gonna stop someone from like kidnapping you or kicking your ass. But for some reason, like deep down in your head, you think like, oh, maybe if I'm talking on my phone, then they'll think that like I'm in contact with somebody and I can call emergency 911. But in all reality, they can just like throw your phone on the side of the road and just do what they please with you. Did you know that men have nipples because they're once born, well, they were going to be born a woman, but then we started producing our penises, and then they just kept our nipples for fun? I think Miley Cyrus should be captured, poisoned, and thrown into the grapes like the rodent she is. But that's just my opinion. Oh my god, I'm so crazy. Pappy drew it. You're in Pappy land. Wanna know what the worst show is on TV right now? What is it, like 16 and Pregnant, or whatever the fuck? Oh my god, I hate that show with like a passion. I think it's stupid, and I think that it should like get taken off air, because whenever I think of anybody being pregnant under the age of like 22, I'm just like, dude, your life is down the hole, man. You don't even get pretty until you're like 19, unless you were a pretty kid. Then you all know that pretty babies and like pretty like tweens, like 12 to like 14, they always turn out to be like the ugliest people, you know? So like, why would you waste your prime years, you know, getting pregnant at like 16 to 19, when it's like you could be going out like having a good time and fucking all the people that you want to? I don't know, I just feel like the youth of the world is wasting their lives on pregnancy and reproducing. That's why we're freaking overpopulated these days, you know. The problem isn't killing all the deer and the rabbits. We need to start killing off the people. We need another genocide to happen, but not to the Jews, because the Jews didn't do anything wrong. They just chased away that crazy guy that thought he was king of the world, doing magic tricks and turning sticks into snakes. We all know that that was probably just a big old fucking stick, and it was hollow with a snake in it, and people thought it was magic. Do you ever think that you do like the most thinking, that like 20 minutes before you actually, like, you wake up and then you'll just sit there, and by sit I mean lay, in your bed with your eyes closed, sometimes with your eyes open, I mean, depending on who you are. But like, you'll just lay there and think for like 20 minutes. For me, I think like, why does goulash sound so cool? Like, I love the word goulash, like goulash. You know, why do toes have hair on them? You know, like, what's the point? Some people are like, oh, nipples are weird, you know, let's pierce them. And for me, I'm like, my nipples are small. Like, I want to preserve them and, like, idolize them, you know? Like, maybe one of these days I'll create a Facebook for my nipples. Would you join? Would you, like, friend me? Would you friend my nipples on Facebook? 'Cause everybody should. Everybody should do things I do, because that means that we all will be united. If everybody did the same thing as me, everything wouldn't seem so weird and crazy to them if they did it like me. Dee-dee-dee.